Hello, friends. I have 7 things you don't want to do that could ruin your Royal Caribbean cruise. All right, let's get started. Number 1, leaving your passport and or birth certificate in the checked luggage that you have handed to the porter. Now, you may not see that luggage for a while, and when you get to the desk to check in, you won't have your passport. They're not going to let you on. You'll be holding up the line. They'll have to go find the porter, run him down, get your bag. Don't do it. Also, don't put any medicine in that check bag. Very important. If you need your medicine, you may not see that bag until late. So make sure don't put any medicine in that check bag either. Just keep it in a purse. I usually carry a crossbody, something like that. And keep it close to you. Those things, those documents you have to have. You know, you're going to have your boarding pass downloaded on your phone so they can just scan it. You're going to have your passport and or birth certificate and your medicine. Those things are very, very important. So keep those close. Keep them near, okay? Number 2, don't forget to make show reservations. I want you to download the Royal Caribbean app. You can book your shows in advance. On the larger ships, those are top tier entertainment. They have Broadway style shows and they book up quickly. All right, make sure you book those, because if you don't, you'll be in a standby line. And the standby line is a very long line that you don't want to be on. You don't even guarantee a seat that way. So even if you have a reservation on the app, at the very bottom of the app, it tells you when you book in that reservation for that particular show, it says to guarantee seating to arrive 15 minutes before the show. Make sure you do that. Arrive 15 minutes even with a reservation, okay? Just to ensure that you get a seat. Number 3, roaming charges. You don't want roaming charges. So make sure that when you get on the ship and you start getting close to sail away, which a lot of ships is around the 4 o'clock or so, make sure you put your phone on airplane mode. Because when you're in international waters, it connects to cellular at sea. And you can rack up a really huge, nasty phone bill that you don't want, okay? I don't want to see that happen to anyone. So make sure you put your phone on airplane mode and keep it there. Now, if you're in a country that you've never been to, international, you sail into international places like that, I've seen people get SIM cards for that particular country. You can also buy an international package. I've done it with T-Mobile. I think it was 10 days for $35. I was doing a Mediterranean cruise, and the cruise is exactly 10 days, so that worked out well for me. So, I didn't rack up a crazy bill. So make sure you take care of that. Really, really important. And even if you're not going international, you're in the Caribbean or whatever, make sure while you're on the ship that you keep your phone on airplane mode, okay? Number 4, choose a dining time. Please, people. You've downloaded the app. Go on that app as early as you can and select your dining time. Very important. They usually have 3 dining times on Royal. They have like the 5:30, 7:30, and I think there's an 8:30 on there. And then after that, it's my time dining. So if you don't choose anything, you're going to end up getting that my time dining. Now, if you like my time dining, fine. I've seen the line to my time dining. It's a really long line. You're waiting in line. When we coming out of dinner, you see that long line out there in the hallway. That's my time dining. And with my time dining, every night you're going to be sitting at a different table. You could be at one of those. You ever seen those tables? It's like you at a little table and there's 2 tables on either side, even it's only about 6 inches. You could barely get through there. I mean, you that close to people. You end up there. You can end up at a table back there by the kitchen with the door swinging open. I mean, you just don't know. If you like a fixed table and you want to eat at an earlier time, make sure you select your dining time, okay? I don't want you to mess up there. All right, number 5, dress for the climate. So let's say, for instance, you're going to Alaska. Alaska has many different variations in temperature. It could be a sunny day. It could be rainy. It could be misty. It could be cold. So make sure you dress that you can layer. I would take probably like maybe some long sleeve tees, some zip up hoodies, a light jacket, just things you can take off and put on as the weather fluctuates. And make sure you have some waterproof shoes because your feet could get wet. And you don't want to be out trekking around and your socks get wet. That could really ruin your day. If my socks were wet and it was cold outside, I would really be in a bad mood. So don't let that happen to you. Make sure you check out the climate and everything, and just take a combination of things if you're going into a climate like Alaska, and enjoy. All right. The next thing is to make sure that you get your drink packages and your internet before the cruise. Now, once you get on board, you can still purchase drink packages. You can still purchase internet, but the price is going to be very different, especially internet. You want to book internet ahead of time for sure, or you'll be in line at that internet desk trying to get some very expensive Wi-Fi that you don't want. So please make sure you purchase your drink package and your internet early. All right. Next I have is excursions. Now, you might be traveling to a bucket list place, a place that you've been saving for 2 years, and you got certain landmarks, sites that you want to see. If you have not booked your excursion, other people want to see that too. You might not get to see it. Can you imagine going all the way to France and you had your heart set on the Eiffel Tower and all the excursions are booked up? Don't let it happen to you. Go on that app. The app is your friend. Okay, the app is your friend. Go on there and book those excursions early. All right, I don't want you to mess up there. And I've got one more for you. It's a bonus, so hang on for that. All right, this last one here, y'all. Anybody who knows my son Keith, he is on board Star of the Seas, working right now. His contract is going to end in about another 8 weeks. I can't wait till he gets on vacation so we can have some fun. But anyway, I was telling him that I was doing this, and I was asking him if he had any suggestions or anything I should let the people know. He said, please let people know if they're bringing children on the cruise. Tell them these things, very, very important. Okay, so any of the kids that want to participate in laser tag, any of the volleyball tournaments, basketball tournaments, they must have sneakers or tennis shoes. They have to, or they will not allow them to play. Please don't let them miss out on the laser tag. You're gonna have a lot of kids got their hearts set on playing laser tag. Don't let them be disappointed. Okay, I did see a story not too long ago about a grandmother who took her grandchild and didn't have the proper shoes. She just took them with Crocs, and they would not let him play. Okay, they have rules and regulations they have to follow for safety reasons. Okay, so don't mess this one up. Now, if you got kids, make sure you bring them sneakers or tennis shoes if you want to play, if you want them to play in some of these activities. Now, if the kids want to do ice skating, they have the beautiful ice shows in the evening, but during the day they have something they call all skates, and you can take your kids to go ice skating during the day, but they must have long pants and socks. If they do not have long pants and socks, they will not allow them to ice skate. Okay, so he wanted to make sure that I let you all know, if you bring in kids, to make sure you check activities they might be interested in, and make sure that they have these necessary items to be able to participate. Okay, I thank you all for watching. Thank you all for being so good to the channel. Thank you for everyone who has subscribed. Please put your notifications on, because I got some really fun travel coming up within the next month or so, and I want to take you all along with me. So please subscribe, give me a thumbs up, turn on your notifications. I appreciate all of it. And I want to show y'all this cup. I showed this cup about 2 years ago, and let me tell you something, baby, it's still going strong. This is the best cup I've ever had. It is metallic. It's been getting me through the summer. It keeps ice overnight, ice all day. I just keep filling it up and drinking, and the water is so cold. I'm going to list it in the description box, and make sure you check it out. All right, family. I appreciate y'all. I will see everybody around in these YouTube streets. Continue enjoying the summer, and I'll be watching out for your videos too, okay? I'll be watching out for all of you all, okay? Have a wonderful day. Thank you.